Being a nice girl won't get you the life you deserve. It won't get you respect. It won't get you love. It won't get you success. In 2025, being a nice girl is out. Being a powerful woman is in. If you're tired of being overlooked, underappreciated, and underestimated, this is your wake-up call. Today, we are burying the nice girl and giving birth to the unstoppable queen inside you. Ladies, we've been sold a lie for far too long. They told us, be nice, be quiet, be agreeable. They told us, don't be too strong, don't be too ambitious, don't be too independent. And what did that give us? A life where we shrink ourselves to fit into spaces that were never meant for us. A life where we say yes when we mean no. A life where we give and give until there's nothing left of us. Stop apologizing for existing. Why do we do it? Why do we shrink ourselves, make ourselves smaller, whisper instead of roar? Why do we say sorry before we even say what we feel? Sorry, can I ask something? Sorry, but I have an opinion. Sorry, can I sit here? Sorry. Do you realize how many times a day you say it? Not because you did something wrong, not because you hurt someone, but because you exist. Because you have a voice. Because you dare to take up space. Enough. No man walks into a room and apologizes for existing. No leader hesitates before making a decision because they're worried about being too much. No lion lowers its roar because the jungle might think it's too loud. But here we are, conditioning ourselves to be invisible in a world that was made for us to conquer. Think about it. You're in a meeting, you have an idea, but you hesitate, you think, what if they think I'm being pushy? So instead of confidently stating your point, you soften it. Sorry to interrupt, but I was just thinking maybe we could try. Why? You're standing in line at a coffee shop, someone cuts in front of you. Your first instinct, ooh, sorry. Sorry for what? For existing? For standing where you were supposed to stand? You're on a date and he says something that makes you uncomfortable. Instead of calling it out, you force a smile, laugh it off, and shrink a little. Yeah, sorry, I'm just not used to. No, stop. This is your voice, your space, your right to be here. Every time you apologize for things you shouldn't, you're teaching the world to overlook you. Every time you hesitate to speak, you're letting someone else's voice overpower yours. Every time you say sorry for being yourself, you're telling yourself that who you are isn't enough. And that is the biggest lie you will ever believe. You are not here to be invisible. You are not here to make others comfortable at the cost of your own power. You are here to stand tall, walk with fire in your soul, and own every single breath you take. Picture this. A woman walks into a room like she belongs there. She doesn't slouch, she doesn't hesitate, she doesn't start her sentences with sorry but. She speaks. And when she speaks, the world listens. Now picture another woman. She walks in, uncertain, she fidgets, she tries not to take up too much space. She starts her sentences with, I don't know if this is right, but before even making her point. Who do you think gets remembered? Confidence isn't about arrogance. It's about owning your presence. It's about knowing you deserve to be here. It's about never apologizing for simply being. When you speak, don't whisper. Own your words. When you walk, don't tiptoe, own your steps. When you exist, don't apologize, own your damn space. The next time you catch yourself about to say sorry for something that doesn't require an apology, stop, take a breath, replace that sorry with a thank you. Instead of sorry I'm late, say thank you for waiting. Instead of sorry for talking so much, say thank you for listening. Instead of sorry for asking, say I appreciate your time. Your existence is not a burden. Your voice is not an inconvenience. Your presence is not something to be erased. You are meant to be here exactly as you are. And the moment you stop apologizing for that, you will watch the world start treating you the way you were meant to be treated. Like you matter, like you belong, like you always have. No, a single word, 2 letters. One simple sound. And yet, it's the hardest thing for so many women to say. Why? Because we've been trained, conditioned, and programmed to believe that saying no makes us unkind, difficult, selfish. That saying no makes us less lovable, less feminine, less acceptable. So, we say yes when we mean no. We say maybe when we want to scream, absolutely not. We say I'll think about it when we already know the answer. Why? Because we don't want to disappoint. We don't want to seem rude. We don't want to be labeled as cold or ungrateful. But tell me, when was the last time a man lost sleep over saying no? When was the last time someone in power apologized for setting a boundary? And yet, here we are, exhausted, drained, overcommitted, because we just couldn't say one simple word, no. Your time, it's valuable. Your energy, it's precious. Your boundaries, they exist for a reason. But every time you say yes to something you don't want, you are saying no to yourself. Think about that. You're at work, already drowning in deadlines. Your colleague asks, can you help me with this? You want to say no, but your lips betray you. Sure, no problem. And just like that, your peace is stolen. You're with friends and they push you to do something you're uncomfortable with. Oh, come on, just do it. Don't be boring. You hesitate. You don't want to be the odd one out. Okay, fine. And just like that, your voice is silenced. A man you don't like asks for your number. You don't want to give it, but you don't want to be mean. Okay, I guess. And just like that, your power is taken. How many times have you betrayed yourself just to please others? How many times have you swallowed your truth just to avoid conflict? How many times have you said yes just to keep the peace while waging a war inside yourself? Enough. No is a complete sentence. You don't owe an explanation. You don't owe an apology. You don't owe anyone a softened version of your truth. When you say no, you are choosing yourself. No, I don't have time for that. No, I don't want to go. No, I am not comfortable. No, I don't owe you my energy. No, I don't need to explain why. The strongest women in the world aren't the ones who bend for everyone. They are the ones who know how to stand firm. They are the ones who protect their space like it's sacred. They are the ones who don't crumble under guilt when they refuse something that does not serve them. You are not here to make everyone happy. You are not here to be agreeable at your own expense. You are not here to pour from an empty cup. Because the truth is, the more you say yes to things that drain you, the less you have for the things that fulfill you. The people who truly respect you, they will honor your no. The people who get angry at your no, they were never in your corner to begin with. You are allowed to say no to plans that exhaust you. You are allowed to say no to relationships that drain you. You are allowed to say no to situations that make you feel unsafe. You are allowed to say no simply because you want to. Your life is not a negotiation. Your peace is not a bargaining chip. Your worth is not measured by how much of yourself you sacrifice for others. Saying no is not mean. Saying no is not rude. Saying no is not selfish. Saying no is power. Saying no is freedom. Saying no is choosing you. You teach people how to treat you. Every single time you let someone disrespect you and stay, you are silently telling them it's okay. Every single time you excuse their behavior, you are lowering your own worth in their eyes. Every single time you let it slide, you are giving them permission to do it again. Think about it. You're on a date, he interrupts you mid-sentence, talks over you, dismisses your opinions like they don't matter. You laugh it off. Maybe he didn't mean it, maybe you're overreacting. Maybe he was just being confident. But deep down, you feel it. The sting of being silenced. You're in a relationship. He makes a joke at your expense, one that cuts a little too deep. Relax, I'm just kidding, he says. You force a smile, pretending it doesn't hurt, pretending it's not a small knife carving away at your self-respect. You're with friends. They tease you about something you're insecure about. You tell them it bothers you, they laugh. Come on, don't be so sensitive. You feel that lump in your throat, that sinking feeling in your chest, but you stay because they're your friends, right? No, respect is not optional. It is not something you beg for. It is not something you negotiate. It is the bare minimum. And yet, how many times have you tolerated less than you deserve? How many times have you made excuses for someone's rudeness? How many times have you let someone cross the line just because you didn't want to cause a scene? Every time you accept disrespect, you are betraying yourself. Ask yourself, why do you stay? Is it because you're afraid to be alone? Because you think they'll change? Because you believe that maybe, just maybe, if you love them enough, they'll finally see your worth? Let me tell you something. If they can't respect you now, they never will. A person who truly values you will never put you in a position where you have to question your worth. A person who truly cares about you will never make you feel small. A person who genuinely respects you will never make you beg for basic decency. And if they do, walk away. No explanations, no second chances, no long, exhausting conversations trying to make them understand something they should already know. Just walk away. Because the moment you walk away from disrespect, you step into your power. The moment you choose yourself over mistreatment, you rewrite the narrative. The moment you decide that you are worthy of more, the universe aligns to give you exactly that. You don't owe anyone your silence. You don't owe anyone your patience when they've already shown you who they are. You don't owe anyone unlimited chances to hurt you. You owe yourself peace. You owe yourself love. You owe yourself the kind of respect that doesn't require you to beg for it. And the truth? The moment you stop tolerating disrespect, you'll see how quickly the wrong people disappear and the right people step forward. Because queens don't beg. They don't tolerate. They don't lower their standards just to keep someone around. Queens walk away and they never look back. How many times have you told yourself, this is fine, this is enough, I can live with this? How many times have you settled for less than you dreamed, less than you worked for, less than you deserve? Think about it. You're in a relationship where you feel unseen, unheard, unappreciated. You tell yourself, at least I have someone. But is that love? Is that happiness? Or is that just fear of being alone? You're at a job where you're underpaid, undervalued, overworked. You convince yourself, at least I have a job. But is that success? Is that fulfillment? Or is that just fear of starting over? You surround yourself with friends who don't celebrate you, who don't support you, who only call you when they need something. And you say, at least I'm not alone. But is that friendship? Or is that just settling for people who don't deserve you? How many times have you accepted less because you were too tired to fight for more? How many times have you stayed in situations that drained you because you were too afraid to walk away? Stop. Stop shrinking yourself to fit into places that were never meant for you. Stop staying where you are only tolerated when you should be celebrated. Stop settling for breadcrumbs when you deserve the whole feast. Because every time you accept less, you tell the universe, this is all I believe I'm worth. You are not here to live a half life. You are not here to accept scraps of love, bits of respect, or moments of happiness when you deserve it all. A love that is full, not just convenient. A career that excites you, not just pays the bills. A life that feels like yours, not just something you survive. You are not put on this earth to just get by. Think of a queen. Does she beg for attention? Does she fight for respect? Does she accept less than what she is worth? No, she commands it. She demands it and she gets it. And so should you. The right love, it won't leave you questioning your worth. The right job, it won't make you choose between success and your sanity. The right people, they won't make you feel like you have to fight for their loyalty. You deserve more. More love, more respect, more joy. And the moment you decide to stop settling, the world will start shifting. The moment you walk away from less, you make space for more. The only thing standing between you and the life you truly deserve, the belief that you are worthy of it. So believe it, because you are. Imagine watching a movie where the main character has no voice, no dreams, no direction, just existing while everyone else's story unfolds. No passion, no purpose, just drifting in the background of someone else's life. Boring, right? Uninspiring, forgettable. Now ask yourself, are you living your life like a main character? Or are you just a supporting role in someone else's story? How often do you put other people's dreams before your own? How often do you shrink yourself so others can shine? How often do you let life just happen to you instead of taking control? You wake up, go to work, smile when you're supposed to, say yes when you want to say no. Adjust your needs to fit others, follow the routine, follow the rules, follow the expectations. And before you know it, years have passed and you're still in the same place, playing the same role, supporting, adjusting, surviving. No more. You are not a side character in your own story. You are not a background extra in someone else's life. You are the main event, the lead role, the star. So act like it. Start making decisions like your life is the blockbuster hit of the year. Walk like the world is your stage. Speak like your words have weight. Dream like you're unstoppable. Because you are. A main character doesn't wait for things to happen. They don't sit back while life passes them by. They take charge, they take risks, they fight for what they want. That dream you have, it's not impossible. That confidence you admire in others, it's inside you, waiting for you to claim it. That life you've been settling for, it's not the best you can do. It's just what you've been accepting. Think of the people you admire, those who walk into a room and own it. Those who speak with power. Those who live with passion. What do they have that you don't? Nothing. The only difference is that they decided to be the main character in their own story. They stopped asking for permission. They stopped waiting for a sign. They stopped playing small. And you can too. Change the narrative. Take the risks. Walk away from anything that dims your light. Show up for yourself. Set the tone for your own story. Because at the end of the day, this life is yours and the world is watching. So give them something unforgettable. You've been taught that love is the ultimate goal, that finding the right person is the key to happiness, that your worth is measured by the strength of your relationships. But let me tell you something. Love is beautiful, but it is not a plan. A relationship is not a purpose, and a partner is not a guarantee of fulfillment. So stop building your life around just finding the one. Start building your empire. An empire that stands with or without a relationship. An empire that reflects your power, your ambition, your dreams. Because here's the truth. Love should be a part of your life, not the foundation of it. Too many women put everything into a relationship and forget about themselves. They pour love, energy, and time into someone else's growth while their own dreams collect dust. They make sacrifices. They adjust, they compromise. Until one day they look in the mirror and don't even recognize the person staring back at them. What happens if that relationship ends? What happens if the person you built your life around walks away? Do you collapse with them, or do you stand tall because you built something bigger than just a love story? You see, a relationship can end, but an empire, that lasts. An empire is your success, your career, your financial independence, your confidence, your legacy. It's the life you create for yourself on your own terms. It's the freedom to make choices without fear. It's knowing that no matter what happens in love, you are secure, powerful, and unstoppable. Think of the most powerful women in the world. Are they just someone's girlfriend? Someone's wife? No. They are empires on their own. They have businesses, influence, financial strength. They have built lives that no one can take away from them. And so can you. Build your dreams before you build a relationship. Chase your goals with the same passion you would give to love. Make your happiness, your success, your peace non-negotiable. Because when you build your empire first, love becomes a choice, not a necessity. You will never have to stay in a relationship out of fear. You will never have to settle because you are dependent. You will never have to shrink yourself to fit into someone else's life. You will attract a partner who respects your power, not someone who wants to control it. You will walk into love whole, not waiting for someone to complete you. So don't just sit there waiting for love to save you. Save yourself. Build your empire. Secure your foundation. Make yourself so powerful that when love arrives, it's not your whole world, it's just a beautiful part of it. You've spent your whole life being told to be likable, be sweet, be agreeable, be easy to get along with. Don't make waves, don't be too loud, don't be too opinionated. Just smile and nod and everyone will like you. But let me ask you this, what has being liked ever truly done for you? Has it earned you respect? Has it protected you from being underestimated? Has it made you feel powerful, unstoppable, and in control? No. Being liked is temporary, it's fragile, it's based on how well you fit into other people's expectations. It's about how comfortable you make them, not about how powerful you are. And the moment you stop pleasing them, the moment you start putting yourself first, that like can disappear in an instant. But respect, that lasts. Respect is built, not borrowed. It's not handed out like compliments. It's earned through the way you carry yourself, the way you stand by your values, the way you demand more from life. It's the power you hold when you stop shrinking yourself to make others comfortable. Think about the strongest people you know. The ones who walk into a room and don't need to beg for attention. It just comes to them. The ones who speak and people listen. The ones who don't waste time explaining themselves to those who don't matter. Are they liked by everyone? No. And they don't care. Because they know something most people don't. Being respected will take you further than being liked ever will. Respect will open doors that being liked never could. Respect will protect you from being walked over. Respect will make sure that when you speak, people don't just hear you, they listen. So stop softening your voice to make others comfortable. Stop saying yes when you want to say no. Stop molding yourself into whatever version of you is the easiest for others to digest. Stand tall, speak with purpose, make decisions with confidence. Because the world doesn't need another person trying to fit in. It needs someone who owns who they are unapologetically. Someone who understands that being liked is a game, but being respected is a legacy. Silence is the most underestimated power in this world. People think power is in loud voices, in endless arguments, in proving a point. They think the one who shouts the loudest, who dominates the conversation, who forces their opinion onto others is the strongest. But real strength, real power, it's in silence. Because silence is control. Silence is mystery. Silence is the one thing people can't predict, can't manipulate, can't use against you. When you stay silent, people don't know your next move. They don't know what you're thinking, and that terrifies them. They expect a reaction. They expect an explanation. They expect you to break, to spill everything, to prove yourself. But when you don't, when you choose stillness over chaos, that's when you hold all the power. Think about it. When someone disrespects you, what do they want? A reaction. They want to see you angry, they want you to fight, to cry, to defend yourself. Because the moment you react, they win. They pull you into their level, into their energy. They make you lose control. But when you remain silent, when you walk away, when you show them that their words, their disrespect, their games mean nothing to you, that is how you truly destroy them. Because nothing is more powerful than indifference. Silence is the weapon that doesn't need to strike, it just exists, and that's enough. It makes people uncomfortable, it forces them to reflect, it makes them question themselves, and that is a power no amount of words can give you. The most successful people in this world do not waste their energy on proving themselves to those who do not matter. They do not explain, they do not beg, they do not lower themselves to seek approval. They operate in silence, they make their moves in silence, they let their results speak for them. A woman who knows the power of silence is unstoppable. She does not engage in unnecessary battles. She does not defend herself to those who are committed to misunderstanding her. She does not argue with fools. She does not waste time explaining herself to people who do not deserve to know her thoughts. She simply moves in silence, and suddenly the world is watching. Because when you are silent, people start paying attention. They start wondering, they start respecting. And in a world full of noise, the one who masters silence is the one who truly holds power. Energy is your most valuable currency. More than money, more than time, more than status, your energy determines everything. Where you invest it, who you give it to, what you allow to drain it, that is what shapes your reality. Look around. The people who are exhausted, frustrated, stuck in cycles they can't escape, they don't lack talent. They don't lack intelligence. They lack control over their energy. They give it away too easily to people who drain them, to situations that don't serve them, to arguments that don't matter. And then there are those who move differently. They walk with purpose. They speak with intention. They don't chase. They don't beg. They don't engage in anything that isn't worth their time. They protect their energy like a queen protects her throne. Because they know the truth, energy is a limited resource, and once it's spent, you can't get it back. Think about the last time you were in a toxic situation. Maybe it was a relationship where you were always giving and never receiving. Maybe it was a friendship that left you drained after every conversation. Maybe it was a job where you poured everything into your work and got nothing in return. You didn't just lose time, you lost energy. And when your energy is low, everything suffers. Your confidence, your creativity, your ability to see opportunities. So, stop treating your energy like it's endless. Stop giving it to people who don't value it. Stop wasting it on overthinking, on proving yourselves, on explaining things to those who are committed to misunderstanding you. Protect it, guard it, spend it wisely. Be mindful of the conversations you engage in. Be selective with the people you allow into your life. Walk away from situations that feel heavy, that drain you instead of fuel you. Your energy is the foundation of your success, your peace, your power. And the moment you start treating it like the precious currency it is, you'll notice everything around you begin to change. Love yourself so unapologetically, so fiercely, so loudly, that the world has no choice but to respect you. Not because you asked for it, not because you begged for it, but because you showed them how it's done. The way you treat yourself sets the standard for how others will treat you. If you tolerate disrespect, if you allow yourself to be second choice, if you keep accepting less than you deserve, people will assume that's all you're worth. But when you love yourself like a force of nature, when you walk like you own every space you enter, when you carry yourself like you are priceless, that's when everything changes. Loving yourself isn't just about self-care Sundays or looking good in the mirror. It's about how you speak to yourself when no one is listening. It's about what you allow, what you tolerate, what you let slide. It's about knowing your worth so deeply that you no longer entertain anything or anyone that makes you question it. Think about the most powerful, confident, untouchable people you've ever seen. They don't waste their energy explaining why they deserve respect. They don't seek validation. They don't settle. They move through life with a presence so strong that people naturally adjust when they walk into a room. That's what happens when you love yourself so hard, so completely, that no one even dares to disrespect you. It's in the way you walk, the way you talk, the way you refuse to shrink to make others comfortable. It's in the way you say no without guilt, the way you walk away from toxic situations without looking back, the way you don't chase, whether it's people, opportunities, or love. Loving yourself means you stop looking for someone to choose. You choose yourself. Every single day you show up for yourself. You take care of yourself. You set your standards so high that only those who truly respect and value you will even have the privilege of being in your space. Because here's the truth, the world mirrors how you treat yourself. If you see yourself as less, the world will treat you as less. But when you walk like you are worthy, when you move like you are enough, because you are, that's when the world takes notice. Respect isn't demanded. It's earned by the way you carry yourself, by the way you refuse to settle, by the way you radiate a self-love so powerful that people can't help but see you differently. You're not here to beg for love, for respect, for a place at the table. You are the table. You are the prize. And the moment you start treating yourself as such, the world will follow your lead. You see, the problem isn't that people don't see your worth. It's that you keep forgetting it. You keep waiting for someone else to validate you, to tell you that you're enough, to make you feel chosen. But the truth is, the moment you choose yourself, the game changes. When you love yourself so unapologetically that you refuse to accept anything less than what you deserve, the right people will have no choice but to rise to your level or be left behind. You were not born to be ordinary. You were not created to be overlooked. The universe did not put you here to shrink, to be small, to apologize for taking up space. Stand tall, own your power, walk like you are worth everything, because you are. Look at history. The ones who made a mark, the ones who changed the world, the ones who left a legacy, they weren't the ones who played it safe. They weren't the ones who waited to be liked. They weren't the ones who begged to be accepted. They were the ones who owned themselves, who believed so fiercely in their worth that the world had no choice but to respect them. Your time is now. Not tomorrow, not next year, not when you finally feel ready. Right now. Step into the power that's been waiting for you. Walk into every room with the energy of a queen who has already won. Because the truth is, the battle was never between you and them, it was always between you and you. And when you finally see yourself the way you were meant to be seen, unbreakable, unstoppable, undeniable, that's when the world will have no choice but to see it too.